What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Light of Mine, the one that lets her light shine no matter who it blinds. And I'm here with you all's pick a card reading for the month. What would your ancestors have to say, or what do your ancestors have to say? I am currently in my ancestral home, and so I wanted to wait until I got here to do these messages, just to tap in with y'all a little better, you know. We have 3 piles to pick from, okay? So go ahead and pick your pile now, okay? Your first pile is the Aset Oracle deck with the Selenite. Your second pile is my Cardology pile, the Jamaica pile with Rose Quartz. And the third pile is the Kalima Oracle deck with the Peach Aventurine. So go ahead and pick your pile. These messages are to assist you all with gaining clarity on, of course, what your ancestors have to say, any protective energy that they are wanting to send you, guidance, career advice, and whatever else comes out. So go ahead and pick your pile now, and I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, pile one. I'm sorry that the lighting sucks in here. I did not bring my ring light. And so, you know, we're just gonna have to deal with it. I also wasn't going to put on my bonnet, but my ancestors were like, nah, protect your crown. So that's exactly what I'm doing. All right, Spirit, my honorable ancestors, source. What messages do you all have for my pile number one? What opening messages do you all have for my pile number one? I heard hush in the room. Somebody's calling my name. I feel like, honestly, you all may be a very busy pile. A pile that has been seeking clarity, but may have a little difficulty with finding the time and the space and the energy to get clear on what exactly those messages and advice is. You may need to take a slight vacation, or maybe not even a vacation, maybe just time, space, at least once a day, you know, for 10 to 15 minutes, just getting away from the kids, the spouse, the busyness of it all, and receiving some time for yourself to really hone in on what spirit and your higher self is trying to tell you. Someone has a son. You all may have a son, or you may be a masculine energy and your mothers are really calling out to you at this time. I feel like there is someone that is with a male child, or you have a son that's calling your attention. Someone is being reborn for sure. You may have gone through a period of time recently where you got burnt, or you feel as if there's a lot coming at you at once. Again, this is a very busy pile. And so it's important that you consult with your higher self, your honorable ancestors, the spirits that you work with, to keep you protected at this time, as well as keeping you clear, okay? Someone, if you have a child, if you have a male child, that male child is an ancestor reborn. Maybe a grandfather, maybe even a grandmother. You know, gender doesn't really matter when it comes to reincarnation. We can reincarnate as a female if we were a male in the past life, and vice versa. So it doesn't matter what this ancestor was in the past life, but they are coming through as a male child reborn. If you have a male child that was just recently born into the family, that is an ancestor that has passed on that's coming back. They're coming back in order to, they have more work to do, but in the realm of ascension, they've always been the kind of spirit that when they do reincarnate back onto this earth, they're always elevating, they're always doing more, they're always pouring into the bloodline. They may be coming to break a lot of generational curses that are currently within the family right now. But this is a very important male child. And so if you are not this person's parent, say you're an aunt, say you're an uncle, say you're a cousin, say, this is a younger sibling that's being reborn, really take them under your wing and try to guide them in the right direction. Of course, we all have to learn certain things when we come here. And so I can't really say, try to keep them out of harm's way, try to protect them, because what's going to, try your best, okay? Try your best to just guide them in the right direction. Be a positive role model for this child. If it's not a male child, it's a child with a lot of masculine energy. They may be very playful, very rambunctious. They may be a very logical child. This isn't a child that cries a lot. This may not be a child that cries a lot. This may not be a child that is very emotional or like very, not nurturing, but like very soft. You can probably tell that this is an ancestor reborn just by the way that they carry themselves. It's like, that's a little grown man, or, that's a little grown woman in a little girl's body, So, yeah, interesting. Okay. And then what I'm also receiving is that you yourself may need to go back to your inner child and do some work in order to allow your own personal inner child to ascend. Okay, there's work to be done. The color purple is very important. You may have recently gone and seen the color purple, but the actual color purple is very important. Ascension, okay, the crown, knowledge. The color purple, I just saw it again. So I don't know, maybe an ancestor's favorite color was purple. Maybe they were buried in the color purple. Maybe the colors at their homegoing service when they, transitioned from this realm was purple. Maybe they loved lavender, purple flowers, hibiscus. Some of you all may want to start working with sigils as well. Or there's a particular sign or symbol that was used. Some of y'all, this isn't going to apply to everybody because not everybody, especially here in the United States, has this. A family crest or a family symbol, a family animal. Some of you all need to work with that. Okay, so Power One, you are really focused. You are very focused right now on your purpose, and your ancestors want you to know that the vision that they have for you, to trust it and to trust yourself in carrying out the vision that they have for you as well. Trusting that these gifts and abilities have been given to you for a reason, and honing in on that, attuning yourself, aligning yourself with the vision, Okay? You see something. You see something when it comes to where your highest self is and you aligning with that version of yourself. You see exactly how to get there, or you see what it looks like to be that. Okay? You see your highest self, and it may feel like an arm's reach out to you. You just like, are like, oh my God, how do I do it? How do I get there? Trust. Okay? Trust and self-love, really pouring into yourself. I feel a lot of distraction here. Again, you all are a very busy pal. People pulling you all types of different directions. Some of you all may have handlers, okay, that are trying to distract you from your purpose and your mission. Some of you may like literally have family members, friends, bosses, partners, children, even, unfortunately, whose sole purpose was to come and get you off of your path. And I am here to tell you that I'm speaking from experience in this. It is important to bind up that energy, to release it, and to know better. Use your discernment. When you see these people, when you feel this energy, bind it up and tell yourself that it cannot touch you, that it cannot prevail, that it has no power or control over you. You have the power and control over yourself, Power One. Really loving and nurturing yourself. Water, please be drinking your water. Please be keeping yourself cleansed. Please be keeping yourself cleansed. Smudging frequently, showering, bathing frequently. Keep up on your spiritual baths, especially if you have handler type energy, distractive type energy around you, because you want to make sure that your spiritual and physical bodies are remaining as pure as possible to allow your highest self and highest purpose to come through. You are on a sacred journey, Power One. You are on a very special journey, and it's important that you focus. Sigils are here again, or some kind of circles. Something about circles, but pyramids as well, triangles. Rings of some sort. If you've ever heard of the book, what is the book called? Oh, How to Create Sigils or Basic Sigils. It's a very popular book, but it's about sigils, and that was a part of one of the rituals for creating sigils, was working with circles. Maybe shielding. Yeah, shielding may be very significant for you all. So cleansing and shielding yourselves. Cleansing to clear, all of this extra ass energy about your life, up off your aura, up off your bodies, all the bodies, right? And shielding to protect those bodies, your spiritual body, your physical body, your emotional body, your mental bodies, your financial bodies, your bodies, okay? Thank you. What else for Power One? I was listening to a song before I got on here, and it won't get out of my head with you all. Typically, something else will come into my head, like the hush in the room, somebody's calling my name. But this is also staying in my head. It's called Black Ball by NBA Youngboy. And what I specifically got is that your ancestors, he say, Well, we're grave diggers. You might end up dying. Yeah. So you might have some real serious ancestors that really do not play about you. They will set it off, for lack of better word. If anything were to happen to you, baby, you have been warned. Cross watcher, be warned when it comes to Pile 1. Because this is like the type of energy where somebody's grandma could walk you the fuck down. Okay? Somebody's ancestors will take you right to the cemetery. Okay? I'm gonna get out of that energy. But make sure that's what you want. Well, we're grave diggers. You want, yeah. Okay. When it comes to comfort, Power One, when it comes to, I feel like especially, okay, you may have been brought back into a lineage or bloodline because, or this son, this male child may have been brought back into this lineage, this family, because this lineage or family stopped believing in their own magic, or they needed a fresh kind of energy to come and ascend the bloodline, push back the magic into the bloodline. Those that really were working like them grave diggers, you feel me? Them people that could, turn water into wine, the alchemists, the healers, I mean like elite healers, like they could take one leaf and boil it and your diabetes is gone. Like the real powerful workers in the family, they've long passed away. And so they needed this energy to come back and refresh, right? To receive these clear ideas, messages, ways of doing things to assist in continuing that legacy within the family. Okay? This person may be very, and the high priestess is at the bottom of the deck. Anyway, this person may be very artistic or creative. Like at first, when people see this person, they may like blow them off as someone that's just very creative. Like, every family has that one person or a couple people that the lawyers, the doctors, all that shit in the family, they all kind of look down on these kind of people because they aren't trying to do what everybody's trying to do. They aren't concerned about really fitting into the matrix and society. But this person is powerful beyond measure, is what I just heard. This person, they are the lawyer, they are the doctor, they are the reader, they are the healer, they are all of that and more. Their outer appearance just looks different. The way that they do things is just different. I like this energy, Power. You need to be very selective on who you partner with, marry, have children with, who you decide to create a legacy with in tandem. Because who you end up being with, Power One, could either make or break the strength of, maybe not the connection with your ancestors, but they could make or break you, being honest. You just really want to choose wisely because you have a lot of wealth within you and surrounding you, ancestrally, spiritually, physically, creatively. You might come from a line of visionaries, right? Just very wealthy people in spirit, love, a whole bunch of good health, that kind of thing. And getting with the wrong person could really affect that. So it's important that you choose wisely, and who you mate with is really what I'm hearing. If you've already, give me clarity on this. Okay. If you've already had a child by someone that does not, if you have already chosen wrong in that area, okay, whether you got married to this person, had children with this person, started a business or family with this person, whatever the case may be, moved in with this person, have been with them for a really long time, it's important. And you don't have to take my word for it. Do what you want to do, girl, boy, y'all. It's important that you, Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. It's really important that you get yourself into safety. It's really important that you choose yourself. Moving forward, it's really important that you choose yourself. And I know that can be difficult, especially if we have been with people for a long time or had children. I'm gonna just be honest, like, my child's father ain't shit, but this is my baby. I knew immediately after I conceived that he wasn't nothing. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, I said, no, I'm not gonna terminate my child, but I'm not staying with you just because I'm about to have a child. I will do this. I have a strong support system, okay? I have a strong support system and a strong ancestral team, and my highest self ain't no fucking joke. So I don't have to stay like a lot of women just stick it out. Girl, stand up. I'm sorry. If I'm ringing your bell, baby, don't be offended. I'm here because they want you to hear this. Okay? You will be just fine. Especially choosing yourself. That's where the wealth is. That's where the self-love is. I love myself so motherfucking much because I didn't stay. If I would have stayed, like, my life would have been over. Who knows, what my ancestors would have taken away from me if I would have. You feel what I'm saying? No. So you and your legacy, your children, your blood will be okay. Okay? Choose yourself. Didn't want to even, put myself in this, but listen, we're honest over here. I do kind of feel like, I kind of feel like moving forward, if you decide to choose yourself, just know, again, you are going to be just fine. You may end up really aligning Two of Wands. You're going to really end up aligning with those that are for you, okay? Taking control over your gifts, your power, your spiritual wealth and knowledge that you have innately within you. really take that seriously, y'all. Really take that seriously. You may be wanting to call your power back from a certain situation or place. I'm feeling like an environment, maybe a job, or maybe you moved recently and you still feel that energy in another environment. You may feel the need to call back your energy from that, and do so. Okay, do so sooner than later. You've been thinking about doing this for a time, or you've been feeling the residual connection, attachment. You've been feeling the residual attachment from whatever this is for a while. Cut some cords, or do a white bath, or do an uncrossing. Whatever resonates with you. You all's ancestral practices are all going to be different. So whatever form of uncrossing, resonates with you, go ahead and do that. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's get you all a last minute message for pile 1, please. New beginnings. Yeah, you desire a lot more stability and balance, and I feel like you're receiving that. You are receiving that. You may not know exactly how to get it at this time, but just know that it's on its way. You just have to stand up for yourself first. You have to put in that work. Spirit, your honorable ancestors can't do everything for you. Okay, they can make it happen, but you have to go ahead and light that candle. You have to go ahead and speak that power with your tongue. If you aren't into using modalities to manifest or, bring things into being, the power of the tongue is everything we need, right? So you are going to have to put forth that effort. I'm hearing heart, mind, body. So I'm also feeling something having to do with your sacral area. So you may want to do some sort of cord cutting when it comes to your sacral area, calling back your sexual energy or power, as well as your heart. The sacral and the heart. Okay? So pile 1, those were your messages. I'll see you guys later, and thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to let your light shine no matter who it blinds. All right, hey pile 2. Again, I apologize for the lighting. It looks very dull, but I did not bring my ring light down. So please forgive me. And then my ancestors, I wasn't gonna wear a bonnet. I was gonna wear my hair out, but they were like, no, cover that head, girl. So, looking a little rough. Y'all know what I'm going through. That's why I'm trying to get y'all's readings out now, because baby, when baby drops, that's a wrap until March. At any rate, what do your ancestors have to say, pile 2? What messages do your ancestors have for you? We have the Jamaica cardology deck that I got from Jamaica with the rose quartz. Some of you may be a descendant from the Caribbean. I'm hearing my ancestors' bones are scattered all over this earth, though. I feel like you may be not, even if you are from the Americas, I feel like you have family from everywhere. You may be a melting pot. You may have blood within you that you don't even know about, okay? You may have ancestors that came from some of everywhere that you don't even know about. For some of you, I'm hearing Arab, Italian. Oh, I just heard Israel and North Africa because I heard Morocco and now I kind of hear Libya. So I don't know, but you are from different places ancestrally. All right. If you're adopted, you may not, know exactly where your parents came from, but you have something different within you. Okay. Very loving, divine feminine energy. You may be, so how one had this message too, birth of a child. I don't know. Some of you all may be experiencing that as well. Congratulations. Or you are moving into a new home or finding a new home. But very motherly energy. There's a lot of sensitivity here, softness. Okay. Very wealthy. You come from a lot of wealth. Your ancestors want you to make wise choices at this time because a lot of reward is coming from making wise choices. Some of you all may be getting proposed to soon or may have recently been proposed or passed down an heirloom like a ring. Or you may have received some kind of trust or large sum of money, or you will be. You may have money that's waiting for you that you don't even know about, or some type of gift like wealthy resource. All that they want you to do is tap in. Yes, all they want you to do is tap in. What did I just say? Plot well, make wise choices at this time. You may be a very crafty person, a very resourceful person. Make wise choices. If you haven't been so resourceful in the past, up that gift, up that ability to be a more resourceful person. But you have a lot of good luck here. This is a very lucky pile. Again, you may have a divine feminine ancestor that really looks out for you. They watch over you. They help guard you. Even when you aren't making the best decisions, this ancestor comes in. This may be a praying grandmother. I had a praying grandmother is what I heard. So this may be like an ancestor who they be like, not again. I gotta go save so-and-so again. I gotta go save Pile 2 again. Because Pile 2 done kind of fucked up a little bit, but yeah, they really love you though. They're really there for you, always willing to sprinkle. Like, you may find random money in your pockets that you forgot were there, or like under your car seat, or you tend to find random money. You're the type of person that can be in a gas station parking lot and you find $20 on the ground or something like that. You tend to be a very lucky person, but it's these ancestors that really take care of you, that make sure that you are always good, that were very wealthy. And they want you to know that you have that ability too. You just have to tap in. You're the type of person, Pal, too, that can put an application for a business loan in. You and your homegirl go and apply for the same business loan. Y'all got the same credit score. Y'all probably even work at the same place, something of that nature. And you'll get it and they won't. You're just very lucky. Okay, so what may be holding you back, Pile 2, is that you overthink things. And overthinking can spoil the magic. Okay? What does your soul say? It's right here. What does your soul say? Overthinking can spoil the magic, and what does your soul say? So it's very important that you tap into your heart, drop into your heart, get out of your mind and drop into your heart when it comes to making these wise decisions. If it does not feel right here, it's not right. And no amount of, and you chose the rose quartz, duh. No amount of rationalizing is going to help you make the better decision. You could say all day, oh, well, but this mentally, you're all in your mind. But this, I can make more money. I can do this. I can do this. But it doesn't align with what's in here. It doesn't feel good. So it's not going to work. Okay? Lead your metamorphosis. You are being called to take a really big step. Tap in. Pile 2. You are being called to tap in. Some of you all are not grounding at all. You're operating so much from your head space, from your mental space. You may be an earth sign or have earth placements, or like just a more analytical type personality. And your ancestors are saying in this next chapter of life, you are going to have to be a lot more feeling. You're going to have to feel a lot more. You're going to have to be a lot more intuitive. Okay? And you can assist with that intuition. You can build that intuition by grounding, by getting outside, planting your feet into the ground, by getting in tune with nature, by maybe starting a garden. In January and February are great months to do that, because by the time the spring comes, they'll start flowering, the bees are out, so on and so forth. But really grounding into your intuition so that you can hear clearly without all of these thoughts and ideas and rationalities floating around in your head. All of, what people say, people just in your ear talking, I think you should do this. This is the only way to do it. Yeah. Okay. You are living poetry. You know what to do innately. No one needs to tell you. You don't have to. You are not being guided or asked, you are not being guided or asked to be anything other than who you are. Be who you are, okay? You are living poetry. You've got this in the bag. You are a success story walking, Pile 2. And your ancestors, that's what you come from. You come from successful people, regardless of what their racial background is, regardless of what they went through in their lives. They were very successful people. Okay, they were successful at loving. They were successful at bearing children. They were successful at handling the resources that they did have. They may have had green thumbs and could plant anything, right? They could grow food like that. They may have been very effective business people, entrepreneurs. They may have been good at seeing signs. They may have just very successful people. Okay, they may have been very wise, right? People will always come to them for advice. They were known as being successful people, and you are no different. The only difference is they didn't have social media. They didn't have, well, they might have had people all up in their ear telling them what they should and shouldn't do. But regardless of the fact, they are guiding you to move very intuitively at this time. Be yourself. Do what makes your heart happy. And if you don't know, ask yourself questions. Does this make me happy? Does this bring me joy? Could I see myself doing this for the next year? And if not, what does make me happy? Write a list down and go down that list. Could I see myself doing that for the next year? Could I see myself really putting my time and efforts into this? Could I see myself remaining consistent with this? Could I see myself wanting to diligently go out and find a mentor to do X, Y, and Z? Yes, getting out of your head. I know that sounds very mental, but it's all a very heart-centered thing. Because if you ask yourself these questions and it's an automatic yes, it's a yes. If you have to, you already about to start rationalizing. Cut it out. Oh, the Ten of Baskets is the first card out. The Ten of Baskets and the Son of Coins. Y'all know, you know what to do. Like Vaughn be saying, you know what to do. You know what to do here. They keep giving you, they keep dropping signs and opportunities and love and grace into your lap, honey. But you are so focused. Look at him. Okay? He knows himself like the back of his head because he has his chart right in front of him. He knows what, he just knows himself. But he got the book wide open just in case he has to try to figure out what this means. Yeah? And you know yourself. You can't figure out things about yourself in a book. Even personal development requires going within. You may read a personal development book, and it's helping you to go within. It's not telling you who you are. You know exactly who you are. You just may need a little bit of time, again, grounding into who you are, getting quiet so that you can hear yourself. Some of you all may be a Leo or may have had a very significant Leo, Scorpio, or Libra ancestor that watches over you. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. You're very book smart. Okay? You're very book smart. Not taking that away from you at all. Again, you may be just a very analytical personality. But they're telling you to open yourself up to other ways of making your decisions at this time too. Protect your energy. Protect your ideas. Protect yourself, pal, too. Some of you all may want to go read Psalms 91. Again, I'm hearing I had a praying grandmother. Some of you all may have a family Bible that you may want to go and look into or locate. An elder in your family has possession of it. And I feel like they'll let you, look through it. They may not let you take it home, but they'll let you look through it so that you can get some gems for sure. Grandma might have been taking notes or notating which verses, in the Bible really called out to her, or that she used frequently to call certain things into her life. But protect your ideas, don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Something about that is important here. Something about not telling everything. You have a deck of cards, you playing poker or something, keep that poker face strong, okay? You have a lot of abundance coming in, a lot of accomplishment coming in. Keep some things to yourself. And protect what they are teaching you at this time, as far as what your ancestors are teaching you about yourself at this time. If you're learning certain things about yourself, now is not the time to go to your spouse or your best friend or anybody else and be like, oh yeah, my ancestors told me this, this, and this about myself. They done showed me that I need to be doing this, this, and this. No. Because sometimes we can get so excited about what they've revealed to us or what's to come, and this is not that. You do not have permission to do that. Protect yourself. Protect the energy, protect the messages that you are receiving at this time. Discernment. Why would you give them your blessings to see before they're even ready? You're preparing for this. You're working on this. And if I have to say this, I feel like this means that your ancestors, because they were so successful and so wealthy, they had a lot of people trying to hex them or take what they had or throw evil eyes. So they're trying to warn you, don't you be the same. We may have made the mistake of being too open with people that really didn't mean us good like that. So just hold on to it. Hold on to it. You don't have to hold on to it forever. When it comes out, when the wealth comes out, when the success is had, it's had. Can't nobody take it from you. Remember to protect yourself. But can't nobody take it from you at that point, But if you tell someone like too soon, it's like you just don't want to do that. Okay, you don't want anyone blocking your blessings. Don't worry if you have been feeling like, if you're watching this reading now and you're like, well, you keep saying that I'm wealthy. You keep saying that I got a blessing coming, but where is it? Okay, it's coming. You're paying way too much attention to what you don't have versus what you do have. Some of you all may be, some of you all may err on the side of pessimism. Okay, some of you all may, again, because you're so analytical, you're paying so much attention to like what you see. You're being very literal about how spirit is working here, and spirit makes a way out of no way, right? If you're prepared for it, if you've been preparing for it, if you've been getting yourself ready for it, you could win the lottery tomorrow. Following your intuition and knowing, I feel good today. Let me go play this number. Intuitively, I feel like I'm a winner today. And you win. Whereas if you're like on the side of, well, my check was $30 short this week, I could use that $30 to actually put towards something else, X, Y, and Z, even though I feel in my heart that this is the right thing to do and I need to go get that ticket. Logically, it just doesn't make sense. That's what I'm talking about. So you're paying so much attention to what you don't have or what has went wrong or what's not going right. 5 of Baskets energy. And the Sun and the 3 of Baskets is right here. They're waiting to celebrate you. They're waiting to bless you. A blessing is waiting to... What Boosie say? I saw a rainbow the other day. Shit, I think I got a blessing coming. Like, you have a blessing coming, a major blessing coming. So focus on the blessing that you are preparing for and that your ancestors are serving you up on a platter, honey. Again, you have a praying grandmother. Big Mama is out and she's here trying to serve you the cornbread. She has the key, honey. You just need to tap, tap, tap in. Believe in yourself, and that's the place to start. And I said, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. We get to learn and laugh and play and get along with each other. Okay, so we got the garden at the... I feel like you might be from the Caribbean. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Anyway. It's a simple message and it comes from your heart. Come on now, tap in. Yeah, you have major blessings coming. All you have to do is put in the work for it. The Magician is out. You have to put the work in, okay? This new moon in Capricorn may be very significant to you. I really don't even know what to suggest. I'll say this. Working with some type of fire, maybe a candle if that resonates with you, and coins or money. Maybe doing a moon, working new moon work, and it's in Capricorn, which is money, which is blessing, which is stability. Doing some sort of money working for the new moon, especially as it relates to preparing yourself in mind, body, and spirit for the blessings that are coming, okay? You are the grandchild of somebody who is big in those spiritual streets. I'm about to wrap this up. And they just want you to know, okay? They just want you to know that all you have to do is open your hand. Open your hand, the grandchildren, which is the Star card. Things are transforming for you. In the blink of an eye, my whole life changed. And when it happens, again, you know, be very discerning in who you tell your blessings to. But when it happens, when this blessing happens, please come back. And just, all you got to do is comment, it happened for me. Like, just come back and share just that. It happened for me. Maybe that will inspire your other fellow pile tours to surrender. Surrender to their heart, surrender to their intuition, surrender to what success spirit has for them. Know thyself. Y'all know that's one of my favorite sayings right there. Know thyself. It's very important that you know thyself right now. Some of you have been wanting to find a more positive community or tribe, and just know that you're walking into that. Or these people are coming around. These people are definitely coming around. You just had to open your eyes to something. Maybe some of you all didn't really know what kind of people you wanted to call in, but now that you know, these people are coming into union with you. You've been very intentional when it comes to who you're calling in to your life to be a part of your mission or a part of your tribe. So celebrate for that, because yeah, you've been doing a really good job when it comes to that. So, all right, pile two, don't forget to let your light shine no matter who it blinds. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that these messages resonated with you. All right, pile three, last but never least, we're here with you all's readings. Thank you all for tuning in. But you all chose the Kali Ma Oracle deck and the Peach Aventurine stone. So very powerful energy here. Right off bat, before I even pull any cards out, I feel like you all are a group rather, that is releasing a lot, maybe in this lifetime or just right now at this particular point in time. But we're gonna see. I keep hearing "There Goes My Baby" by Usher. So I don't know, I feel like your ancestors really love you. Like, you're very loved. And you know, our honorable ancestors, of course they love us, but maybe like, and I just heard the ancestors baby, maybe you really rever them, maybe you really venerate them, maybe you know, talk to them frequently or often, but every time that they're able to exchange some sort of energy with you, they just love it. So not bad about that, y'all. Again, I'm sorry that the lighting is a little poo. And I was gonna wear my hair out, but my ancestors was like, no, cover your crown. So here I am, being obedient. Okay, the heart, they love you. That's at the bottom of the deck. Love is centering these messages. Now, a lot of these cards I have worked with, but some of these I have not. And you all have three completely new cards other than the one that was at the bottom of the deck. So you all have trauma, Nagmo first, which is all about the heart, opening your heart to her heart and allowing her to attend to all matters of karma while you remain true to your highest self. This is a very fierce form of Makali that causes the impure to tremble and the pure of heart to move close. Ooh, okay. I'll shade of that. Yes, and then we have Kali Yantra, who is your inner power to evoke a positive shift in your circumstances. Anything that you may feel that's lacking, the Divine Mother shall provide it. Okay, you're crossing a critical spiritual threshold. She is the true guardian and guide. Stay focused on what matters to your heart, and you shall remain faithfully connected to her protective presence within. So very protective energy, especially when it comes to the heart. I feel, and when I chose you all's oracle deck that I will be using after this, I felt like you all are coming out of some sort of love connection or some kind of relationship, okay? And a more beautiful experience lies ahead for you, okay? Or something has ended here, but just know that you have a lot of protection and a lot of love around you right now. And last but not least, we have Shri Bala, the divine child with wisdom beyond her years. The old soul with deep knowing dwells within your heart. She urges you to commit to your most passionate inspirations completely and without hesitations. Again, because you're protected, okay? There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you recognize. So believe in yourself, even if no one else does. It is not imagination that drives you towards your destiny, but an instinctive recognition of your true purpose. Validation from others will come later. Your path is authentic and you are destined to succeed. So regardless of what others are thinking of you, regardless of the things that you are overcoming at this time, just know that blessing, ooh, sunshine come in the morning. That's what I just heard, okay? Very protective ancestors here. Not the protective in the sense of Pile 1. Pile 1 had some gangsters coming through, okay? Yours are just very protective. They're not going to allow you to fall. And they're guiding you. They're assisting you every step of the way. It's like, I just heard thy shield and thy buckler. So go check out Psalms 91 if that resonates. But thy shield and thy buckler. Hold on a second. Working with mudras, some of you all's ancestors may have worked with Hinduism, okay? Or like dark mother energy, primordial mother energy, the beginning of time. You may be very ancient. Your soul may be very ancient. You may have been existing since the very beginning of the time, or those that you come from have been existing from the very beginning of time. Very vintage, very ancient energy. Okay. So again, like I was saying, this is what I felt. Endings are inevitable. Some of you all have had to walk away from something. This could be a career, this could be a relationship, this could be a group of people, a network, an environment even. And you may feel like your ship has sailed, Pile 3, but it hasn't. The world awaits you in the morning. Like, there's a significance about waking up and knowing that your day can be completely different from yesterday if you allow it to. There are plenty of other fish in the sea. If this is a relationship that ended, romantic relationship, there are plenty of fish in the sea. You have people that are waiting on you, honey. I feel like you have a very beautiful energy. You may be very attractive on the inside or the outside. A lot of people would love to be with you, be connected with you. With all this water too, I feel like you may be connected to water spirits or water energy. Your people may have lived by water, or the deities and spiritual guides that they honored and served were of the water, Mami Wata energy. Olokun, Yemaya, La Siren, Metagwe, Sembi, Medusa. At any rate, and it's time for healing, not war. It's time for you to really tap into some healing energy. Water may be very helpful for you. Baths, going to a beach, doing a lave tat or head cleansing, some form of purifying, utilizing water. If you have river water or ocean water, taking a bath with that. Or if you live by a river or a stream, taking your problems to that moving body of water and speaking healing over yourself. It's time for healing, not war. You are rising from the ashes here. Something is rising from the ashes here. You may have thought that something was the best. Baby, you're the best thing yet. Okay? You may have thought that this was the best thing yet, but baby, there's something better. There's something even better out there for you. It's important that you tap into your inner child. And what I mean by that is like the bravery, children, like they have no chill. They just do, right? Tapping into that kind of energy, asking your inner child, so what do you want to do today? Let's do it, okay? And do it. It's time for healing, not war. Your inner child may need some healing. So going back to the different stages of adolescence, childhood, even when you were a toddler, if you remember experiencing certain things that you've had to heal from or have not yet healed from, going back to those versions of yourself and really loving on them, asking them what they need, asking them questions, letting them know that they are safe. Something about emotions here, really loving on them, offering them more than what was offered to you at the time. Primordial mother energy, being the mother, even if you're a male, okay? You may have needed more from your mom or you may have needed more from your dad, but being that parental figure that you needed for your inner child, for yourself. Water energy is very prevalent here. You've gone through something. You've gone through a lot. And it's time for healing, honey. It's time for you to defend what's sacred to you. Some of you all have been fighting for a really long time. Your ancestors may have been fighting for a really long time too. I feel like this is a pile, like even though your ancestors are so protective because they had to go through a lot. And now they are committed to defending their descendants by any means necessary. I'm hearing revolution. Oh, revolution is on this card. This is the Tower. Something has to change and something had to change. This heartbreak, and it's difficult to say, that certain like bullshit had to happen in order for us to grow. But it's true. I'm not blaming you. No one is blaming you, or putting like all this heaviness on you as if, you you had to go through this, pile 3. In order for you to be able to stick up for yourself and those that you come from. Okay. This transition, this change, this metamorphosis from how it was in one state to the next is like ending. Something about this transition is ending. I feel like especially the heaviness of it is ending. And with the King of Pentacles energy, maybe you have a lot to look forward to. Okay, there's just healing that needs to or needed to occur first before receiving all of this. There were lessons to be learned here. Some of you all had to learn how to stick up for yourselves and advocate for yourselves. Okay, because you may not have grown up with a voice, or you may have been silenced as a child by parents, by bullies. Who knows? Some of you all were taught that something about lack here. Some of you all were taught that you would never have enough. Maybe like you had the parents that were like, we don't have McDonald's money, or, you know, there was a lot of lack. You may have grown up very poor, or just not being able to have those things that you wanted as a child, that you deserved, you know? And so now switching that lack mindset to an abundance mindset may be a little challenging, but you can do it. You are doing it, I feel like. Or you're trying to figure out how to do it. And you're going to figure out how to do it by talking to your inner child, or helping children now, or giving yourself those things that you know that you deserved. If you do have children, giving it to them, but still you have to heal. You have to heal yourself as well. You can give and give to those children, but make sure that you're doing it from a full cup as well. You know that they deserve it because you know what you deserved, and you know that you're committed to giving it to yourself. Moving forward, when it comes to this romantic connection or past hurts in romantic connection, I feel like this pile has really been through the ringer when it comes to relationships. But there are certain regrets that you have. There are certain things that you need to heal from, pile 3. Maybe you may want to write a letter to these past relationships or traumas and burn it. Maybe you may want to get a journal committed to specifically that. Some of you all may have certain addictions that you are carrying from these past relationships. Say your ex-partner, before you were with them, you weren't a drinker like that, but when you got with them, you started drinking a lot. It's like giving Krishan Rock and Blueface type of energy. Like they may have gotten you into some stuff, and now that energy is residual. That attachment to these things have lingered, and it's time for you to release. Some of you all have old pictures in your phone. Some of y'all got drawers that used to belong to this person, t-shirts, hoodies, socks. Some of y'all have things that are from these people that you need to release in order to let go of that lingering energy. Fresh energy is required here. If it's not physical, it's internal. You're still holding on to attachments and energy from these people, from these places, from these things, and it's time for you to release and move forward from them, so that you can come into more of an alignment with yourself. I feel like they're taking up a lot of space in your heart, in your mind, in your body, in your environment. Clear out that storage. It's 91% full. Okay? Make sure that you're eating, and when you're eating, some of you all may have certain, they try for me to get into y'all's business. Some of you all may have issues with overeating or undereating, and it's really time for you to come into a greater balance when it comes to that. Some of you all eat a lot of junk food or sugary foods, or something about coffees or like teas to suppress your appetite. And some of you all, it's like you really want to go outside and do stuff, but instead of going outside and doing stuff, you ruminate all day about what could have been better, or you keep saying to yourself, "Oh, I'll do it later. I'm just depressed right now." Or I'll do it later, or there's no point in me doing this. It's gotten out of control by now. Baby. I would highly suggest tapping into Kali Ma's energy, okay? Pal 3, there's a reason why you chose her for this pal. And when I tell you, when I began working with her myself, it was probably like 2 years ago. And I just constantly was dealing with fuck shit after fuck shit, heartbreak after heartbreak, not being myself. And I'll say, like, within these past 2 years, I've still dealt with the shit, you feel me? But I've healed so much from working with her. Like, she really cuts out, she's very ferocious. So she really cuts out a lot of bullshit. She forces you to meet yourself head on. I'm not gonna say violent, but she's very like, so this what the fuck we doing? Okay? But very loving at the same time. Look into her and see, if her energy resonates with what you are needing right now. But I feel like you all are really needing a start to this healing process. And it's not going to be easy, but it is going to be worth it. There is balance coming through, but with the World card, like, you have to speak your heart, don't bite your tongue, open your heart, be willing to make that change, be willing to make these transitions, be willing to become the snake and eat your own tail. It's like the snake eats its own tail in order to, it's like a rebirth type of energy, okay? Shedding skin, you have to be willing to shed that skin. You have to be willing to be completely vulnerable as well. Holding on to this because of pride or fear or anxiety is no longer working. Some of you all may have recently come out, or you've been wanting to come out, or if you have already come out, you don't feel secure within yourself, or some of you all may have been bullied for who you truly are. This is so random. Some of y'all were with the opposite sex just because of society standards. And for the longest, that drove you crazy. And I know people like that. But Spirit and your ancestors are like, we not judging you. Be yourself. Be yourself. And we got your back, babe. We got your back. Some of y'all might be a little nervous with, being your true authentic self because of your family members and being judged by society. But your ancestors, they got your back. You may have had queer ancestors or just different ancestors. Okay? So they get how you feel 100%, and they are here to really assist you in this healing. You want to create new for yourself. Your ancestors want this new freshness to come in. And I feel like you're ready. You just got to make that move, Groove. It's time to make that move. It's time to move forward. It's time to get out of this energy. Okay? Do you want a revolution? Ooh, ooh. Like both of these cards say revolution. It's time for a revolution. It's time for you to unapologetically choose yourself and choose healing. And like a radical forgiveness is what I just heard. Radical forgiveness, radical acceptance for yourself, radical love, loving yourself unconditionally. Again, it may not be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And you have help here. You have somebody around you, I feel like, has been placed in your life to help you with this healing and moving forward and creating this new life. Okay? I feel like somebody constantly spoke manipulation upon you, especially if they were like very spiritual. Or if this is you, it's time for you to stop manipulating yourself, self-sabotaging. Especially if you're a reader or you call yourself a spiritual worker, you can't be like self-sabotaging your own self, manipulating your own self, and having your hands in someone else's spirit. You have to do as much work as you can first before. Okay, for instance, y'all know I took an 8-month hiatus off of here. And it wasn't because I was manipulating myself. It's because I had been done really dirty. And I had a lot of resentment towards a lot of people, places, and things. Not only that, I knew that I had some healing to do and some work to do on myself before I got back in front of you all to read again. Reading for YouTube triggered me at a certain point because this person constantly said, you need to get off of YouTube. What you doing is wrong. Da, 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 da. And I knew that I was doing it for the right reasons, but at a certain point, when someone is constantly downplaying you and down talking you, it does something to your security. So I had to become back secure within myself. I just had a lot of work to do before I got back in front of you all. So if this is you, go and do that work. And there's nothing wrong with taking that sacred time out to go and do your own work. You cannot be a shaman if you have not met the ugliest, darkest parts of yourself. If you have not went completely insane, like that's what I feel myself. I'm not gonna say that I'm this, I'm only 30 years old. So I'm not gonna say that I'm this, OG, this person that's worked with a lot of clients when it comes to like shamanism and things like that. I'm not there yet, and I know I'm not there yet. But I can say I have gone crazy and got myself up out of that darkness. So I'm one step closer to doing that work if, I so choose, or if that's my purpose, if that's what Spirit has envisioned for me. And I say all of that to say you cannot be what you are wanting to pour into others if you cannot pour that within yourself. It's very important that it's time to get right. It's time to get right, Pile 3, and you have all of it in front of you. Some of y'all may want to work with Pele, doing some sort of burning ritual, or I just heard Temascal, which is a sweat lodge, getting with a shaman, someone that you trust, that can help guide you towards this deep internal healing that is seeking you right now, that your ancestors are like, hey, we are so ready for you to level up in all of these ways, but we need you to do this work. We can't just drop it into your lap. We need you to do your part. We need you to acknowledge that there's an issue here. Okay, sacred fire. Yeah, it's time for you to do something with fire. Not all of y'all are into, I won't say that. Crossing fire, burning something down to the ground. Revolution is here again, but it's shown as regeneration, but it's still fire like energy. Okay. So, Pile 3. That was a read, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to let your light shine no matter who it blinds. Blessings to you. You are going to be just fine, baby. Just fine. I guarantee it. Okay? It's time for healing and not war. So, it's not ever going to go back to like it was, in a good way. Okay? So thank you to everybody that tuned in. And yeah, don't forget to let your light shine no matter who it blinds. I hope that these messages resonated. I will be doing February readings next week. And so stay tuned. And for those, I chose this particular pick a card because that's what you all really voted for the most part, here on YouTube and on Instagram. The next pick a card reading will be what's next in your love life, and that'll be for the singles only. I'm gonna try to get that done before Valentine's Day, but my baby's due soon, so have some compassion and grace with your girl, okay? Me and you will never part, my kid, da, da. I'll see y'all later.